Hi, everybody. It is Dr. Kathy, and it is February 9th. And I had this energy just rise up in joy that it is February 9th. We have been talking for the last few months on taking our place in the world and recognizing who it is we are as love incarnate and as the power and presence of God and taking our place. More than anything, what I have discovered is how important it is just to be in our heart and to be cool and calm and to recognize and love incarnate. And you can put out the information about this is what is happening, world, or at least this is what we know that we think we know is happening. And what are we going to do about it? And that goes for anything, whether it's political or whether it's somebody fighting over the cake and who made the cake. This is what you need to find out about yourself. What is your truth? And then do that. In other words, take a stand and then see what is being led to you about what's called the Golden Nectar, which I had never heard of. And so Linda was telling us about what it is, and Hilarion popped up and says, "Oh, that'll be fun to work with." So we learn all different kinds of things. What's fun to me about the Sunday ceremony and the work that I do is that Amma's the one who brought into me encodements way back when I first started channeling, and I really thought that I'd lost it at that point. And then different people using it and finding out what is happening with them. And so she focuses on a certain area, but then we can always ask for something else to come in, like she's brought in other people to talk and to share. Hilarion works closely with her. Actually, everybody from the race worked closely with her. And so we're going to get to see that. As is frequently said, heart source. We need to be in our heart source 24/7. Heart source. Good. Now, this time when I'm taking people through it, those of you who are already in your heart source, set your intention to hold the space for those who are going to learn for the first time the heart source. It'll be people that haven't been on the call before, and maybe those who are watching it on YouTube. So, heart source. Those of you who are new, everybody that is already familiar with the heart source is holding the space. Move into the front of your heart chakra and go deep within. Now move into the back of your heart chakra. Go around to your back and move into the back of your heart chakra. As you go deep within, it's a longer journey because in the back of the heart chakra is this beautiful space called our sacred space. You go through, whether you want to call it a hall, a tunnel, an alleyway, whatever it is, and then you step in, at least I do, step in this amazing room or space, which we call the sacred space. And I've done some reading on the sacred space, and Amma wasn't the first person that taught me about it. I was reading a book, Love Without End, and she talked about that sacred space. I verified it with Amma, and that sacred space in the back of your heart center is protected by one of Archangel Michael's angels with flaming swords. So nothing can come in there that is not of you. Nobody can try to push their way in there. It is well protected. Those of you who have read the Hebrew scriptures creation story of Adam and Eve, and that an angel with a sword appeared to keep everybody out of there, they're the same group. And it's like things that are protecting that which is sacred. Interesting. I get a sense that there's a lot more behind that and as a metaphor. So now move into the front of your third eye. Good. And set your intention, those of you who are new at it, to be shown the violet flame, which is, in a sense, hiding in the back of the front of your third eye. We're going to activate it in just a minute. Now go into the back of your third eye. Okay. Imagine and draw a beam of energy that goes from your heart chakra to the third eye. Notice what happens. For me, it's like this electrical thing that activates all of the chakras, including the minor ones that are all the joints. That's a lot of chakras, by the way, all the joints. Okay. Send that beam of energy straight up to the center of the universe. This connects you very deeply into the fifth dimension. Leaving that connection there, go straight down to the center of the earth. And here you are in the third dimension. You are literally walking between the dimensions. Some people would say walking between the worlds. You can say that. Okay, I'm asking a special being amidst your healing team. Everyone has in their healing team one who is managing the energy leading to ascension. So whenever we do healing and we're raising our vibration, we are moving closer and closer to being at the vibration for ascension. There's somebody there and they want you. Just ask, may I please connect with the being who is working with me for my ascension? Now, there'll be times you can ask that being anything you want, but just to introduce you at this time, go ahead, ask, can you give me one thing that you would like me to know, or one thing that I need to do? And of course, preparing me for ascension. You might need to write that down if you're someone who loses things while you're in a trance state. Good. Now we're going to form our healing lecture room. There's a floor of light below us, a canopy of light above us. There are pillars of light in each corner, and there are angels from the angelic realm all the way from pillar to pillar to pillar to pillar surrounding this healing lecture room. It is from the Melchizedek method, and I've adapted it some. And then there is a central pillar filled with all manner of ascended beings and masters and saints, whatever you want to call them. They are coming in now. They are marching in tune. I hear a little Philip Sousa march there. For those of you who are aware of his marches, one of the reasons they're saying his marches is he was so joyful in his setting up marches. I'm seeing really for the first time lots of color. And what I mean why I'm seeing it the first time, it is from the music. It is the music of color, and I am seeing some vibrant reds. I'm seeing some vibrant yellows. I'm seeing it. It's almost like seeing the primary colors, but then those that come in like purple and things like that, they're very jewel tone colors. Those of you who know Sousa's work, that really makes sense, isn't it, to have those jewel tone colors in there. Those of you who are clairvoyant or clairsentient may get the idea, or claircognizant, I meant, get the idea of who is coming into your group because they present themselves differently. I continually get in Yeshua, who is Jesus, and Buddha. They always come in together from the Christian tradition. Mother Mary of Magdala, Martha, Mary's sister. There's John the Divine. And who are you? It says Saint Jude, the patron saint of non-hopeless cases. Remember when I channeled him one time and he said, there are no hopeless cases. So that's why he's grinning and saying of non-hopeless cases. Kali, white buffalo calf woman. There is this beautiful, I've not seen this before, this beautiful pink, golden blue energy of a woman standing tall and steady in a boat going along the vibrations that are in the earth and around the earth. And I'm being told that this is an aspect of the feminine divine energy, just going through, showing us how to move through, just to stay in your heart and to move through. So we'll see if she comes in a different way. Okay, send a beam of energy from your heart to the central pillar. By the way, all the Chohans of the different rays are there, and the elders and angels and stuff, so they're all there. And now, Hilarion, who is the Chohan of the fifth ray, the green ray of healing, is stepping out, and he's got gold around him. He's saying this is going to be great fun because he's going to show us how to use, in his view, how to use the golden nectar, the golden. Okay, Linda, you have to tell me again, what's it actually called?
It's the golden nectar.
Okay, so it really is the golden nectar. He's going to show us how to use it. He says it is an aspect of the golden light of ascension. Linda's nodding her head. Yep. He is inviting everyone to take a seat in the green jade chair of healing. Says, unless, of course, you want to lie down, you can lay down in it if you wish. Ah, and see, I hadn't done this. And he's saying, violet flame, activate. And I hadn't done Michael's sword yet either. I am the sword. All of you have the violet flame that is with you when you ask it to activate. You can give general directions or you can give specific. And the ones that I like that Hilarion gave us was activate along each layer of the aura. So there's 7. Some of you have it along 8 layers. I am the sword. Those of you who are on the call or listening to the call, Archangel Michael is ready to give you his sword. Extend your dominant hand, palm up. Archangel Michael, may I please have your sword? And he will say, of course. And I always feel it going right into my hand, the hilt of it. So it's about this large for me. I'm not very tall. And so I'm just under 5'2". So it's like everybody will have different kinds of swords. A friend of mine who must be about 6'3", his sword's much bigger than mine. So, but the power of it is the same. Place the sword within your heart. Those of you who haven't said, I am the sword before, say it now and notice what happens. Your energy is expanding. Chakra spin as fast as is safe for me. This is a really easy healing thing. And your healing team is watching all the spinning. Your bodies were releasing congestion. So you can say, please spin out all the congestion from this week that I brought into me. You can also do this part every night. You can say, encodement team, remove all artificial encodements that I acquired this day or this week. Repair the damaged and altered natural encodements that occurred this week. Please activate any encodements that are inactive that I'm ready for and I need right now for my healing and for managing everything that's going on in my life. Healing team, please find and bring back to me any pieces of myself that I lost this week. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with the soul healing prayer, they're going to look for your dissociations in the psychological term. When you dissociate, you send away aspects of yourself, usually those aspects which cause pain within you. So, healing team, so that I can be whole, my whole essence with me, bring those pieces back. Clean, repair, and heal them. And fully integrate all of those pieces within me. With us, we might want to just take a little quiet time and feel and experience the energy coming in. And the soul healing, it's Hilarion actually, but he's saying the soul healing team, you can, if you're holding someone in prayer, you can ask the soul healing team to find for the person that you're praying for the pieces of themselves that they've put apart and won't even recognize. And if that person on a soul level says, okay, it can happen. If not, the energy is waiting around for when it can slip in and bring that back to people. Okay. And now, Hilarion. I hear he's going to give us a little channeled message on exactly how to do this. Hilarion says, have a seat or recline, whatever is best for you. I am Hilarion. For those of you who don't know much about me, I was a healer in ancient Greece. It was an exciting experience because I learned that there is so much available to humanity simply by being in their heart, being aware of what is in their mind and the third eye, and how declarations, request, whatever you want to call it, when you use those and bring them into your body and know that it will happen. That's the big part, is knowing that it will happen. It is the trust. The creator of all, the universal energy, desires that you be whole. It is just that there is a process to the wholeness. One of the big things to do when you know that you want to be whole is you have to be willing to do what is needed to be whole. So if you have a difficult time being whole because, let's say, you drink too much alcohol, or you put people's lives at risk because of the way you drive or don't pay attention, or do not spend quality time within yourself, releasing anger and pain and behavior patterns that do not serve you. So there are many declarations which you have learned, many of you have learned, and then there is more to bring. We are going to talk about accessing a wonderful energy that is not one that Amma talks about within this, but she says, yes, we can talk about it, which is the golden nectar. And that the golden nectar can work very closely in helping to clear the lymph glands. But it does something else also. The lymph glands are related to emotion. They are symbolic of emotion. Now, one of the things fascinating about your lymph glands on a physical level is there is no pump to get that lymph moving. With your heart, there is a heart, the blood vessels. it goes through there. There are glands within your body that need your assistance. But there are things you can find on your internet that will tell you how to massage certain areas in your body so that the lymph will move through you. There is exercise. You can do simple exercise. Go walk, go jump, go move your body in whatever way you wish. To move the lymph, you need action or ask action to be done to you. It is the same with moving emotion, which is caught within you. So, first of all, we're going to move some emotion. We're going to do it a little bit differently than some people have been taught about the Golden Nectar because we are going to combine the Golden Nectar and the power of the sword of Archangel Michael. What is an emotion that you find difficult to release? And it could be an emotion that you just find difficult to release regarding one person or one group of people, but with others, you can release it easily. Just get in touch with that emotion or the memory of an event. Okay. Now, if you think, oh, I don't know of one, well, ask your healing team to help you. You may not learn what that event is or what that emotion is, but you may be taken to a place in your body where it is stored. Your healing team can do wonderful things with you if you release the need to know why. Just accept that it is so. Now, just ask, where in my lymphatic area is this emotion caught? Now, it may not be the actual lymph glands, but in a lymphatic area, where is this emotion caught? Because we're going to start providing some action. Now, for those of you who may not be aware, in clearing your lymph glands, the lymph, which contains waste material from the cells, goes into your blood. To release the lymph from your neck, gently move your hands under your chin and down your neck. Gently, you don't have to press hard. Do it from your chin down the sides and notice what happens to your throat chakra. This is another way that you can use something similar to the transmutational funnel because the golden nectar will hold within you any negativity to clear. So it's like it brings itself around. If you placed honey around that entire area, so wherever the energy is of the emotion is caught within your body, invite the bearer of the golden nectar. I get it's people in a particular group that works with this, but you may have another person, soul coming into you with it. We may have different ones, like in Christianity. There's people that spend much time with Jesus, others with Mother Mary. Some will take some of the saints. whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Just somebody who works with the golden nectar. Ask that the golden nectar be placed around that emotion which is blocking the lymphatic drainage. Now you can tell the golden nectar to transmute that energy, and it goes around the energy and it encases it. So there is no leaking of any low vibration energies. There is a transmutation within the gold, which can transmute anything, the golden level or the golden area with the nectar. And so you are fully protected where that is. So let's say the emotion is in your shoulder. Golden nectar goes around that. Notice what happens as it dissolves the energy. And now this next part is so simple. You may put your hand over the area, and now you say, Golden nectar, please transmute the energy and free the lymph that is caught within these glands right here. So in the shoulder, under the axilla, it may go all the way to the back. It may go all the way to the breast. Could go to the neck. When you use it with an invocation or a declaration, it increases in its energy because it is a consciousness. And when you give it instructions, it joyfully opens itself up and increases its vibration to handle that particular emotion within you. So just do that and notice what is happening. And now how to remember the lymph, you have to actively move, whether it's walking in place, running in place, working in the garden, you have to be moving yourself so that the lymph is released. What I want you to do now is to talk to the golden nectar, just like if you were to talk to the liver, your eyes, or your digestive system. Move now into each one of my lymph glands. Transmute any stuck emotion. And now, body, soul, move my lymph throughout every one of my lymph glands, within and from the organ, the body part, the lymph gland. Move that out of my body now. And this part, this is what the one I'm speaking through, what she does with body talk. She talks to the energy of the body, soul, and of your healing team, and then moves the lymph. Now notice what is happening. Is there energy that you feel moving down your body? This one's feeling all kinds of energy moving down from under her arms and down her torso and everything. Remember, there's a lot of lymph glands in the groin area, and you can ask them to release. Those of you who are familiar with what's called skin brushing, you take a dry brush for that purpose, not one for your head, and you move the lymph by gently brushing to your heart. So when it's the shoulders and up in here, you move it down to the heart. When it's up in the groin area, you move it up to the heart. You just brush in that way and gently. People think that they need to spend much effort and put much pressure. No, you can just gently massage to encourage the lymph to move down. The waste material of the cells is in the lymph. The waste material of the energy that you have spent on something that doesn't move you forward is in the lymph. And just declare that you're ready and give thanks for that. Now, let's try this with someone else. And of course, you can learn for yourself how you would use it for yourself. But let's say that you have someone in your life that you care about dearly, but is filled with anger. Or filled with fear, whichever one. As anything that is not love is actually fear. Now that person is there, and connect with their soul self. And ask if you can work with the golden nectar with them. If you receive a yes or a neutral something, you can go ahead and do this. If they say, no, not at this time, say, can I still send it to them? And that will come to them and make room for it when they make room in their emotional life. Did that make sense? So now we're going to make an assumption that you got a yes. This is Kathy, what I'm seeing. There's a group gathering around the person you are praying for. And they are holding vases similar to Kuan Yin, but different. They're not of the same slender elegance. They're golden. They say, please apply to my precious daughter, my boss, my whomever. Please place the golden nectar within my energy field and within his, her, or their energy field. Clear out the emotion being held tightly within the lymph glands, using the golden nectar to clear the lymph glands. Just notice. And now here's another interesting thing to note. If you look at the concept of metaphors and as above, so below type thing, think of the body as a metaphor for the consciousness of a group. In a sense, there is a group body. It holds emotion and it's actually held within the energy. I want you to choose a group. It could be a family grouping. It could be a group of people you associate with. It could be a country or an area of the country. Call for assistance in using the golden nectar, calling forth the golden nectar in this large group, and ask that it flow over, very thick, remember, flow over that energy that people are caught in. There's great battles for power going on, for the power over people going on. What is it that causes a fear so strong that they have to attack someone to take property, money, houses? We ask those who bear the golden nectar to please place the golden nectar over the entire consciousness of this group that you have in your mind's eye, or this area of the world. Now rest. Relax, be in your heart, as Amma wants to give you a greeting. I am Amma, the Divine Mother of the Divine Mothers, and I am your mother. Isn't the golden nectar a fascinating and delightful energy? The golden energy is a transmutational energy. It is also the golden energy, an energy of ascension. When you call in the golden energy, the golden nectar, notice that it is thick and it will surround an energy that you wish to bring healing to or to relieve. You can ask it to flow through you everywhere, physically and energetically, to move things out of you that you have gotten stuck because you forget that it's there, or because you are holding mightily onto it for whatever reason. Know that as you work with healing with others, what I call spiritual love fair, that there will be things that come to you based upon the messages that you are getting in these ceremonies that will stimulate other information that you receive. If you get another tool, something like that, you can share it with this group. There are so many tools. As your vibration rises, the complexity will actually sort out in your mind and in your energy, and you will be able to establish it in an instant. Think about when you work to place the heart source within you. Those of you who did it this way, each step, 1 week at a time, every day, so it could get in within you, so you could activate it. The same can be true for you. Those of you who have been using the transmutational funnel, you can find that now it is easy to establish. It is easier to bring the energy in because your consciousness is now used to it. And because all of you have been working with it in some way, you are embedding it within the matrix of energy for healing. Just like you can say, heart source, I am the sword. And you can use it instantly because it happens before you say it. It happens as soon as you have it in your awareness. Work with the golden nectar in such a way that you can simply say, golden nectar, you have in your mind what you want to clear. Maybe it's these thoughts that are going on, and you see the thoughts, the energy of the thoughts, and you could say, golden nectar, Surround that pattern of thinking. Surround that pattern of doing or being. And from your heart, send energy to the golden nectar, or send energy from Michael's sword and simply say transmute. And remember to give validity or acknowledgement to your lymphatic system in the physical. What you do in the energetic can and does affect the physical. Every time you do something like this, whether it is a simple healing process that you have known for years, whether it is a declaration of healing, whether it is the transmutational funnel or calling down the golden nectar or calling down the violet flame, always include yourself so that your vibration clears and rises. And if we have said before that the higher your vibration, the more you are able to work with energy that is not as vibrant, that is maybe darker energy, more lost energy. So as you heal yourself, you are assisting yourself to be of the energy needed to work in very difficult areas, if you wish. And what I know happens in so many people that listen to these messages, they wish to be part of the healing upon this planet. And it will continue. When you listen to somebody talk about a healing tool, you may feel a resonance within yourself, or you may feel, no, I don't think so. And either one is fine. When you feel the resonance, use it, become comfortable with it, and note how things you have already learned can integrate with it. You can add a vibrancy to this golden nectar simply by activating it with the sword. You will find that you have a greater ability to use the golden nectar when you are in your heart source. Talk to it. Talk to the consciousness of it. Now, those of you who are familiar with the Archangel Golden Nectar, Archangel Golden, I wonder, do you think there's any connection between them? Of course there is. And remember that Archangel Golden works with the encodements and works with Metatron. When you use any healing tool, there are changes in encodements. The difference in what the golden nectar does is the energy within the golden nectar works with the encodements and makes adjustments within the encodements in a vibratory manner that is higher, which means it can work with lower vibration energies. Ask for healing for yourself. Feel the space that was healed with beautiful light of whatever color you wish. And then ask for assistance to bring healing to the person you are working with or group of people. And declare what is going to happen and know to the depths of yourself that you would not be called to do this if you were not supposed to do this. The world is transforming. It is happening. Yes, there will be chaos within the next few years, but it truly is coming, the changes. My blessings to you, each one. And Master Hilarion offers his and invites you to stay on the green jade chair as long as you wish. Precious ones, I love you. Okay, this is Kathy. This is interesting. Linda, thank you for bringing this thing up. It was fun. Did anybody have an experience of resonance with this particular process?
Oh, yes.
Good. I'm
Yes.
glad to hear that.
Yes, I've been sharing a golden honey balm for the last several months over areas like Palestine or just places like that, but about compassion, something because it felt needed and it felt more in going into it. So I was happy to
Yeah.
be introduced to the Golden Nectar.
And this is Margaret, right?
Correct,
Yeah.
correct.
And I was getting the message as you were talking is that you were working with the Golden Nectar.
Ah.
That was a wonderful experience of you being able to introduce with it. Now you know a little bit more about it, so you might use it in a different way.
Correct. Thank you.
You're welcome. And Linda, thank you.
Thank you. That
It
was
was
beautiful.
amazing. I got a vision of Drano going through my pipes, cleaning out all the gunk and the
Mhm.
rubbish and leaving me shiny bright.
Oh, I
Yes.
like that.
Nice. Beautiful.
Thank y'all.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, Karen.
when using the golden nectar, is that strictly a balm that you put over an individual or group, or do you need to use the transformational funnel to remove the nectar and the emotion together?
I get that you do not need to remove the nectar, that it is a transmutational energy and it doesn't get sullied. If you're comfortable with the transmutational funnel, you could actually use that more for yourself, but bring in the golden nectar if you would like to do that. So you can
Okay.
do both, or you can do either.
Okay.
And I'm getting, you can also bring this golden nectar right through your cardiovascular system.
Yes, you can use it for all the glands, you know, the pineal, pituitary, hippocampus, and the organs.
Mm.
It really is a healing and nourishing balm,
Yeah.
nectar.
Use it in whatever way comes to us and know that we are guided and directed with that.
Right.
It also works very well with the emerald green golden light you might see first thing in the morning when you look at the lawn or the trees that have that emerald green tinge and that golden light.
Thank you.
Yes.
I love the experience.
Yeah.
Somebody said something?
I would like to know if instead of declaring, can we command?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
I use those interchangeably in a way, but there is a difference to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the energy of it, but it's still where I think declaring is a not as intense level as the commanding.
Command.
Yeah, so whatever works well.
Good. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.